bauble round your neck. Did you pay the iron price for it or the gold? I asked a question. Did you pull it from the neck of a corpse you made, or did you buy it to match your fine clothes? Iron or gold?
Gold.
Hey guys, Rich from Rich Big Gaming. Hope everyone is doing fantastically well. Welcome to this, a very different type of video for my channel. For anyone that's been a subscriber for a long time, they will know that this has predominantly been a tabletop gaming channel. We have played some different games here and there, some card games and that sorts of things, but we have never done a playthrough of any PC game or any computer game that I've enjoyed playing. But I have recently been playing a lot of Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, and in particular the Realm of Thrones mod. And as I've been playing through, I've typically do the thing of I'll start with one character, build it, and then maybe get through 30 days, stop, start another, stop, start another. But I installed and downloaded the Realm of Thrones mod, and it is absolutely amazing. It turns the Bannerlord game into the whole of Westeros plus even more. And I had the idea of how possible would it be to play as one of the Ironborn and only pay that iron price for absolutely everything that we are going to equip, that we are going to consume. So that is what we are going to do. So a couple of rules. First of all, is any food, any weapons, any armor, any horses, anything like that. So anything that we're going to use on our character, on any of our companions that we get, or indeed any food that we eat, is all going to be the iron price, meaning that we're not going to be buying anything for any of our characters. Things that we can spend gold on, so we are going to be able to recruit troops, but we're only going to be recruiting Ironborn troops and at the lowest level. And we can recruit companions as well. We can trade, we can sell our plunder for gold, or denaries as they're called, I think. But everything else we have to go out there and we have to earn ourselves. So that'll be through fighting looters, fighting broken men. We'll be trying to get some hideouts that we can take down as well, eventually moving on to caravans, and then also doing some raiding and things like that. And then lastly is we are going to be entering tournaments. So anything we win from a tournament, we will also be able to use. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay guys, so welcome to the game. Here we go. Welcome to Rich, or an introduction to Rich, a young 20-year-old Ironborn who is absolutely wet behind the ears. Let's take a quick look at his inventory, so you can see that we just have the hunting bow and arrows at the moment, with a sumpter horse. Not very good gear. That's going to be one of the first things that we try and do, is increase some of this gear. And then we take a look at the character, look at where we put points in. Early doors we wanted to go quite heavy on the bow and also on riding, just so we can basically run around and fight looters and brigands and unbroken men and whoever else, just to try and get some very early items, also some early experience. Plus this will also help us in the arenas, because as we stated at the beginning of the video guys, we are only paying the iron price for anything that we buy that we want to equip, and that includes food and other such things. So let's start off. We've got a couple of perks to pick here. So I think we're going to go with the dead aim. Archery skill. Yeah, let's go with dead aim here. We do have an attribute point that we can use as well. I think we are going to put that into control. And then we do have some focus points. We're going to put one of them into riding. Let's also put one of them into steward, I think. Do we want to go steward? I think we do. I think we want to go steward. So we'll put one in there, and then we'll put the last one into pole arm just so we can try and get across the board here. So yep, we're going to start out and we're going to try our first battle, and it's going to be against these 11 broken men. So
we'll sell our lives dearly.
we've got some people with us. This is going to be a very, very easy battle because I didn't realise that there was 84, I think, other members of an army behind us, which will make this one far less lucrative than initially thought, but that's absolutely fine. We can take some early renown, maybe get some early shots off as well. If we can kill a couple of these guys, we may even be able to get some XP as well, which is always very, very nice. But really, guys, for the early parts and early starts of this game, we're going to be trying, at the very least, to take on some bands of different rogues and such things. Got a little bit of damage through there. Shield damage there. Oh, that's not good. And it will be a little bit grindy at first, I think. This is my first playthrough of this sort. I really only got into the whole Battlelord thing because of the Game of Thrones mod. Not doing very well here at all. Yeah, I really only got into it because of the Game of Thrones mod. But there we go, that is a victory. And I've liked the idea of doing something like this for quite some time, so hopefully it's something that we can do. Didn't really get much there. I think we got 2% of the loot, which is fine, you know, it's acceptable. But yeah, really the early part of the game, probably before we even get any army, is going to be going around trying our hand at some tournaments, and before we even sort of upgrade our party. So yeah, let's go ahead, let's see if we can find some more people to fight, and we'll go from there.
Hello, traveller. Hope you brought your purse.
Well, that was nice and quick. So let's fight this guy. 6 versus 1. This shouldn't be any problem with our horse and with our bow, which is why it was really important to make sure that our character had these. We can basically just kite these guys, harass them. Only 27 arrows, which is fine for the moment. Nice headshot there. Another headshot there. It's fine for the moment, but when we get onto some of the larger groups, we may want to equip a second lot of arrows. But remember, guys, we can only do that if we find some of these guys who have arrows. So one of our first goals is going to be building up our party size, getting them some XP so we can go and take a hideout. Hideout is a really, really good way of getting some early loot. We could find some horses, we could find some nice gear, and as I've already mentioned, I think food is going to be one of the hardest things that we have early doors, which is why I don't want to recruit many people early doors as well, because I've got to feed them and I've got to pay for them, and if we don't have much gold and we're not using any trading things, so we can sell items that we get, we'll equip any that are good for us. And look at that, guys, that is very nice indeed. We do get some extra arrows there if they want to equip. Okay, we'll try that afterwards. But we've got some wrapped shoes and some worn wrapped shoes there, so hopefully we can... Nope. Okay, let's just take all that loot and then let's go to our inventory screen. Not sure why it is doing that. This is a mod. The game does act up every now and then. I will be doing saves in the game. I won't be using any save cheats. The reason for doing the saves is the game does crash every now and then with the mod installed. So that's the reason why. So let's put these in here. Really doesn't want to let me equip these arrows, which is very strange, very, very strange indeed. Anyway, we're going to do this and then we'll come back and let you know when we next find our band of unbroken men. Okay guys, a little bit more challenging this one. It's going to be 14 guys that we are up against. So let's see what we can do. Again, it should be no problem. They shouldn't have any projectiles, but this should get us some really nice, good experience, and hopefully some nice loot as well. Hopefully some food. That would be quite desirable. Nice shot there. Oh, that's a really bad miss. But yeah, as you can see, early parts of the game are going to be a little bit grindy. Settings wise, guys, this is being run on Bannerlord settings. Sort of I believe it's the hardest setting in the game. It's just the one that it comes as a standard. And also we do have deaths enabled. So there is a chance that we could die. So if we die before we get an air, then yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a bummer, and will not make for a particularly exciting video series, I don't think. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage on some of these. The reason why is if I do have a little bit of damage, I do get to level up my medicine. That's one of the ways that you can level it up. Obviously when you've got troops you can level it up by recovering them as well, but I will be looking for some companions throughout the game that kind of make up for some of the lack of certain things that I have. Oh, we didn't take any damage there. I thought we might have taken one, which would have been quite nice. But yeah, early part of the game, guys, like I say, will be quite grindy, but I've got a feeling that once we get going with it, like I say, priority number one is being able to take out a hideout. That should hopefully allow us to get some good loot. Then we can start raiding caravans, and then we can go start harassing the north. In terms of goals for this campaign and this run through, because it is complete, you know, sandbox, it's not the campaign. There's no sort of end game, if you like. I think really what I want is just to a couple of things actually. If we can unite the Iron Islands, and we'll show you after we've done this game or this battle how big the map is, but if we can unite the Iron Islands, that would be pretty cool. And then maybe if we can even take over north, that would be amazing as well. But getting ourselves to a status where we have a wife, maybe some children, and we leave a little bit of a legacy behind us, I think would be quite good. As I say, we're starting out as a young 20-year-old whippersnapper, wet behind the ears, very, very little in the way of combat experience, but we can die, so wasted arrow there, but we should be good. But yeah, we can die because we have deaths enabled for absolutely everyone, so it's going to be interesting to see how our journey of the Game of Thrones plays out versus the TV show, and also versus the books, which are very, very different for anyone that has both watched and read the TV show and books. Oh, do we take a damage? No, we don't. See if we can hit him while we're moving. Oh, we can. There we go. Okay. So that was against 14 guys. We had 25 arrows left, so we used just over half. We do get a skill point in bow as well, which is good. The way that you get skill points in this game, guys, is very much just doing the things. But you can see there we got plus 12 during that and plus 14 to riding. So all of this is going to really, really help. We do have, maybe we want to take a spear early doors as well. But let's come out of this and let's show you the map. We're not going to show you any more of these battles, guys, because they can get a little bit boring. So I'll head away. I'll show you the map first. And then we'll come back periodically and give you a little bit of an update as to where we are with things. But if we look here, we're near Hammerhorn. These are obviously the Iron Islands. We've got Black Tide, 10 Towers, Pyke, Lordsport. We've got the north over here as well. We've got Above the Wall, which, you know, is an interesting place. There are whites and things that move around there as well. Scrolling down, we've got the rest of Westeros here. But then if we go over, we've got the whole of the Eastern Isles and all of the free cities. Maybe we venture there, maybe we don't. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's carry on and let's see if we can grind out a little bit more. And as I say, we'll come back to you periodically and give you an update as to where we are. Okay guys, brought you back here because as we were scouting around, there were these broken men here that we were going after, but we got to Black Tide and we saw that there was a tournament. It's a little bit early, we don't have much gear, but let's jump into it and see if we can get lucky. There's going to be one Lord with Renowned, and it's going to be a heavy lamellar vest, which would be nice to get some early armor. Tournament's obviously a great way of getting some early gear, but also leveling up our skills in weapons that we don't yet have, because we can't just go and buy those weapons. And look at that, that would be very nice indeed to get. And it's Bethany Black Tide is going to be the one. So let's join here. Let's hope we get something that we're good at. So archery is not the worst, to say the least. Try and focus down on one guy first of all. There we go. So I took him out. Some nice damage there as well. And another headshot there, which is good. Some damage to the guy on the horse. We don't want him going down because he's going to take us out there, and we don't have... There we go. I really want to try and avoid melee combat for the moment. Try and just pepper them down with the arrows. That's Bethany down. Oh, and it's us versus the horse. Probably wait for him to come. There we go. Nice bit of damage that interrupted him there. Another bit. Yes, and we took him down as well. Okay, so the bow came in clutch, which is really nice for us. It's going to be a one-on-one this time, so let's skip this one. Let's join here, and it is going to be shield and axe. So hopefully we can take this guy out before they finish their battle. Taking hopefully no damage. There we go. And straight into the other one. Hopefully he's... Oh. See, that's the issue we're going to have. Is when they do get the blows through... Oh, yeah, the axe went there. When they do get the blows through, guys, because we have very little armor, it is very difficult. But we were part of the last two, so we did make it. So let's join this one here. It's going to be, I think we're going to have some hand axes here to throw. Try and dodge these. Try and dodge his 3. 1. 2, hopefully the third one is enough, and it is. There we go. Yep, fairly happy with that. So we're now through to the final. This would be an absolute coup this early on in the game. Same thing here, so you want to try and let him come to us. Don't take any early damage. There we go. Excellent. That is absolutely huge, guys. We managed to win the first tournament. We got 3 renowned, and we gained the heavy a lamellar vest, which will be really good and help us on our way. Cool. So we're going to leave here. We're going to go do some more battles, pick up tournaments if we find them. Anything interesting, I'll bring you back for, but it is a little bit grindy as I mentioned, so we'll bring you back periodically.
What you got in your bags?
Okay guys, bring you back for another quick battle. We're up against 8 broken men. This shouldn't be any issue. Really lucky that these other 20 didn't join in here, but this should be nice and easy and simple for us. Using the bow, using the horse, just picking them off one by one. I've just remembered I didn't remember to equip the armor that I just got, which is a little bit silly on my part, but hopefully we should be okay. I don't think these guys are going to have any ranged weapons, which makes it very, very easy for us early game with our bow and with our horse. Let's find out where these guys are. Okay. They seem to not be around. Where have they gone? Maybe they didn't want to fight. Okay, let's find them. And here we go. We found them in the distance there. So once again, guys, using the bow, trying to go for those headshots where we can. Typically going to get off 2, maybe 3 shots if we are lucky, but it is just simply a case of kiting these guys back, picking out a couple, getting the headshots if we can. You know it's a headshot because it comes up with a little red. Ooh, have we been greedy? A little bit greedy. Little bit greedy. You can see there on the left hand side of the screen it tells you which body part that we have hit, and it really does make a difference in this game, guys. Headshots, body shots and things like that, all of the damage is based on physics, so very, very realistic combat, at least in terms of the damage mechanics and the physics behind it, even down to when you swing your weapons, whereabouts you hit somebody during that swing will have an impact on the amount of damage that you do. So picking off these last 2 should get them on the last run, hopefully. Oh no, not if we miss like that, we won't. So we might need one more go through. But yeah, this beginning, guys, is a little bit boring to say the least, but hopefully it should speed up very, very quickly once we get going and we've got some troops. But you can see why really don't want any troops at the moment, because they're just going to hinder us. They're going to slow us down in the real world. A little bit of damage there, that's absolutely fine. It does mean that we will gain some medicine skill as we heal ourselves up. Wow, we are really off. There we go. Okay. So yeah, helps us a little bit, but you can see why we don't want people in here. Not only are they really no use to us, they will also slow us down quite considerably, which makes it much harder to run these guys down. I got some beer there as well, which is nice. We are over encumbered at the moment, so we will go and we will sell some of these items. We will equip that vest and things. So yeah, I'll bring you back when there's something exciting to see. Okay guys, I wanted to bring you back because it is time now, I think, that we start to recruit some troops. Now we could take these broken men and we can turn them into bravoses, but we only really want ironbound. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. So the ironborn deckhand, they can go down either the sailor or the rower route. The rower gives you hunters, which then turn into veteran bowmen, and then we've got the brigands, which are then scouts and horsemen, and then the sailors go down the more melee route, ultimately ending up with heavy spearmen, heavy or ironborn axemaster, and then buccaneer, which are the two-handed specialists. So we are going to pick these three up. That's also going to increase our inventory capacity, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do this, because yeah, we were struggling a little bit. We'll head on over to Saltshore as well, see if we can pick up any more. We don't want to pick up too many. I think we're just going to stick with 5 at the moment, and we're going to try and train these guys up, and we'll do that by continuing to fight. And the reason I don't want too many is I want to try and keep that speed that we've got up. So you can see our speed here at the moment. If I expand this out, we are carrying prisoners, so that is slowing us down. Maybe we do go back actually and sell the prisoners. So let's go over to Pyke and sell these prisoners, because that will speed us up a little bit, just making it that much easier to hunt people down. The way that we sell them is go to the tavern district and then click ransom prisoners. So we'll carry on the fight now with these 5 men-at-arms that we have got, and we'll bring you back when there's anything interesting. Okay guys, I thought I'd just bring you back, give you a quick update. We have now got 6 recruits, but we have been bringing them into battle with us. I've been typically taking out most of them, most of the broken men, and then letting these guys finish them off, because they have now got some experience, and all 3 can be upgraded. So we're going to put 3 into rower and 3 into sailor. So we want to start off and get some archers, but also get some melee guys as well. That'll just make them slightly more survivable in battle. And yeah, we'll recruit our next lot of troops. I think we could really do with some horses now actually. So we really want to start to get to a point where we can raid some larger groups or fight some larger groups, but then also take out some hideouts as well. So going and finding a hideout will be very, very key. We may even go and look for a tournament for ourselves. So yep, we'll bring you back in a little while when we've got another update. Okay guys, bringing you back, quick update on the party. You can see here we've now got some archers as well. So we've got some tier 4 units, a couple of tier 3 units. We've had some guys die, we bought some more recruits, still trying to keep it to a lower number, but yeah, we are going to head over, or we have headed over to the 10 towers. Let's get rid of these prisoners first, and once again we're going to jump into the arena. So let's see what the tournament says. 6 lords with renowned fighting skills, and it's going to be a plumed nomad helmet. We only have that pilgrim hood that we picked up from some forest bandits, so this could be quite a nice addition to our armour. Stop all those nasty headshots coming in. Wow, we have a lot of named people. Tristan Farwind, Hodor, Urron Greyjoy, Bethany Blacktide, Roderick Harlaw, Harris Harlaw. So we're not going to bet on ourselves here, but we'll see what we get. Roderick Harlaw down. Spearman gone. Do we have any bows? Bit of damage to the horse there. Tristan Farwind has gone. So there is just So we do need to take one of these out. Or maybe we let them kill each other. That might not be a bad thing to do. The reach with these are so bad. Wonder if there's any weapons around that we can pick up, because we can pick them up. I don't think anyone had spears. That would be ideal. No, it doesn't look like we did. I think we just have to hope that we get lucky. The AI just messes around for ages. Bit of damage there. Oof, blocked it just in time. We have to hope to get a lucky hit in whilst these guys are messing around and fighting with each other, but we don't want to get caught up like this. Is there a bow anywhere? Okay, we're down to the last two, and we took him out. Nice. I don't know if we needed to win there, or if we could have... no, I think we'd have been fine. But yeah, let's jump in. And we've got Urron and Hodor in the other team. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so we are on... Okay, it's the brigand down. He's off his horse. This should be an easy win now. Excellent, through to the next round. So let's join in here. That's the archer down. Got into first person there, which I don't like. I'm not sure what switches that. Let me check really quick. Okay, we are back, and it is R, apparently. There we go. There we go. So hopefully we can take this down. We're up against an ironborn horseman, so none of the other nobles made it. Excellent. That is another tournament won, and a cheeky little bit of armour that we have got for ourselves, plus some renown as well, which is always nice. Maybe I should start betting on myself on these battles, but yeah, there we go. Again, I will bring you back once the game has, or once we've got a little bit further on into the game. Okay, guys, so we've just got an offer from the Volantis, and they are offering us work as a mercenary. They're going to pay us 130, I keep calling it gold, but I think it's denaris in this game, per influence point that you would gain from fighting on their behalf. Do you accept? I don't think I'm going to right now because I don't really want to do that yet. I'd like to try and get in good favour with the Greyjoys if I can, because as I say, my first goal is to try and, or my first sort of mid-term goal is to try and unite the Iron Islands. So I think we're going to decline that for the moment, but as I look here I can see that there are a couple of tournaments going on, one in Lordsport, one in Pyke. So let's jump in. We've got a Carl's Steed for the winner, and there's going to be three lords in there. The steed would be really, really nice. Not sure if I have the riding ability yet to ride it, but if nothing else, it will really help us with movement speed as well. So let's see what we've got here. So it's going to be 2v2v2. Okay. Oh. Bit of damage through. Oh. Nice little headshot there. Much harder with spears. You don't get as much damage through. Oh. Okay, they've gone down. Who is left? One of everyone. So we've made it through. I don't mind being on foot here because of that. Spears against horses are very, very good indeed. Let's skip this round. So again, it's going to be 1v1 on this one. I'll try and keep his back to there, which we did. And there we go. Through to the next round, which is very nice indeed. Let's skip this. And we've got some named people in here now as well. So again, we want to let him come to us. Oof. So he's gone. So this should be a win for us now, taking us through to the next round. Oh. Our ironborn hunter did it for us. So and we're going to be throwing here. So again, we dodge, dodge, one, And there we go. That is another tournament taken down, which is quite nice indeed. Some more renown, and we get that lovely, lovely steed. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, we do have another tournament happening over in Pyke as well, so let's enter this one. Raider throwing axe, and we've got 2 lords with renowned fighting skills, so not the greatest of prizes. I didn't check actually to see if I could equip that horse. It'd be very nice if I could, but if nothing else, it's going to increase our movement speed on the map. Let's skip this one and jump straight into here, and I am on a mount. Which again, not a huge fan of. Oh, missed. Missed. You know what, we're going to dismount here. We're going to pick up this. I think it's much better on foot against a horse. Wait for him to line up. Got the blood splatter. Look at my cool plume. So time it right. So he's down. Good strip. Straight back for the horse. Okay. So same again. Line it up. Oh, look, a bit like a Roman centurion with this outfit on. And there we go. Perfect. Round to the next, or through to the next stage of the tournament. So let's skip these. And we've got 4v4, and again, I am on a horse. So we want to try and go take out their archers. A little bit of damage there, nothing great. Oh, really need to take these archers out early. Okay, we're on 3v1 now. Hopefully these archers get shots in, which they're doing if I can keep him. And Urron is down. There we go. Through to the next stage. I think it's going to be a 2v2. Yep. So let's join this one. No horse this time for me, but it is spears. And there we go. Messed around a bit there. He did well. The brigand did well. So let's join. And we're through to the last round. Let's see if we can take him down. He did some good work. Oh. And there we go. We take down another tournament. This is looking good so far, guys. Again, not a great reward, but not bad to say the least. Okay, guys, bringing you back because we have found our first hideout. Let's just level up the things that we've got. So scouting, we'll do during daytime. I think that works. We do have another skill to put in here as well. Let's increase our one-handed ever so slightly. But if we look at our party now, we've got some pirates, we've got some spearmen, we've got some pillagers. So I'm more confident now that this is going to be a winnable battle for us. We're going to change our loadout slightly. We've got this narrow sword that we picked up that we want to take, and we also want to take ourselves our makeshift kite shield just for the duel that happens at the end. And actually, let's put in our throwing axe. What do we want here? We want the mountain hunting bow as well. Where are we going here? So let's do this. And then let's do... Oh, we can't take them all with us, so... Yeah, I think we take our narrow sword. There we go. Put this in here like this. Put this here. And put this here. And the good news is, guys, is I could use the Carl's Steed, a 15,000 denarii horse, which has been very, very useful indeed. So let's close this. Let's jump straight in. Let's wait until nightfall to attack. And hopefully this could be the start of us getting some really, really good loot. We can then increase our numbers. So we've already got some upgraded troops, which is very, very nice indeed. The reason we wanted to go sword and shield is for the last attack. We got the hunters, the pirates, the archers, and yeah, that looks fine. I think that looks absolutely fine. So let's go in. Yeah, the reason we changed our loadout is the duel at the end. We want to do the duel. It increases, I believe it increases the renown and respect and things that we get. So let's jump into this and see if we can kill ourselves some bandits. Still don't have an upgraded bow yet, which is a little bit annoying, but that is absolutely fine. Wouldn't mind finding some arrows as well, some better arrows, but a better bow would be most welcome. A little bit of damage there, and a miss. And we do take one hit. I want to minimise the amount of damage that we do take just for that final duel. Hopefully these guys get some XP from that as well. The more damage they do in battle, the more experience they gain. Yep. Take that freebooter down. These guys have got quite a bit more speed than me. Oh, that's a miss. That's a hit. These guys can finish him off. There's a guy sleeping there. Nope, couldn't quite sneak that one through. Let's switch straight away, because that's it done now. So it'll go to a little cutscene. And basically the way these work is they will challenge you to a duel. You can either accept or you can decline. And you end up just doing a little fight at the end. So let's do this. And there we go. And these were forest bandits, so these guys are archers, so I'm hoping that the loot that we get from it, got a lot of experience there for our guys as well, so I'm hoping the loot that we get from it, we get some prisoners who we can ransom, we can upgrade some of these guys. I want to upgrade them straight away because otherwise they don't get more XP, again at least I believe. I don't think they do until you go to the next one. Heavy Spearman is going to be very, very nice indeed. That's it for them. And then what do we get? Anything interesting? Not really. So not the greatest of plunders. Nothing is really going to be an upgrade there. But there we are, guys. We are going to leave this episode here. I hope you really, really enjoyed it. Make sure you have liked, commented, let me know what you guys think of this playthrough. Only paying the iron price for things. I quite like the idea of it. And it's, yeah, I think it's going to get easier from now on in. You can see we've got a lot of food now, which was the main concern. I think in the next episode we'll really start to build up our army, build up their experience, and probably start raiding some of those northern villagers. If you could, as I mentioned, guys, leave a like and make sure you have subscribed and hit that notification bell to make sure that you see part 2 and the following parts of this series. Take care, guys. Bye for now.